Welcome back to the weekly news roundup. This is the business edition. These are recorded live Fridays, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you'd like to come on around and watch the show live, or you can just watch these little edited clips. Today, if you want to help support the channel, head on over to switchedtolinux.com/affiliates. If you're doing your Amazon shopping for the Christmas season, definitely consider using my Amazon link, which you'll find here or in the description of this video. That's a great way to help support the channel. And if you're buying stuff anyway, hey, you may as well support some of your creators, right? So, the Libra 5 phones have started to ship. Sort of. They're not really phones. They can't make phone calls. And you can't take pictures with them. It's a $700 completely neutered microcomputer. I guess that's cool enough, but, you know, I really want this to be a thing, but when you pull out a lot of valid criticisms, and I got a lot of pushback and people on the last Libra 5 video I did, which honestly, that video is something, I didn't do that video for a long time, but I knew people that used to work there, and they were telling me the same stuff as I was reading some of those articles. You raise a question, you get fired. The one guy I was working with, he came in one day, half the team was fired. It was insane. It was crazy. And so I did the video about that and a lot of the other issues. Well, now they've just started shipping their phones, and so you can see these kind of pictures here. So it's modular. That's the good thing. You can get the batteries. I mean, there's a lot of decent parts about the setup. But what the Libra 5 isn't yet? Well, first of all, it's not really a phone. There is no audio when attempting to place a phone call. The cameras also don't appear to work yet. Installing and opening Cheese. Cheese is a very basic Linux application, of course, installed by default many applications. I just get a message saying there's no device found, so it can't find the camera. There's effectively no power management, so the battery does not last long at all, and it takes a long time to charge. So, also there's other things like the charging LED does not light up if the phone power is off. So, you gotta know for a fact it's charging. That probably also means that the components that keep the battery from overcharging and hurting itself probably don't work as well. So if you have one of these, monitor it and don't let it charge longer than it has to, would be my general advice. Now, of course, people said, well, they're getting a prototype. No, this is not a working prototype. This is a phone, remind you. A working prototype would have a phone that you can make phone calls on. It might be buggy, it might be clunky, but it should. And then, of course, they have what it is already. This was a hilarious one. It certainly looks like a phone. This is the lock screen. So yeah, it looks like a phone. Looks slick. So that's fine. And I really like the thing down here. It's like they were saying it looks great. Let's see, where's that line at? It was really funny. They're saying that the phone looks excellent or something. I can't remember where it is. This is literally it. This is your USB-C charging port. Okay, look at how thick this thing is. This thing is thicker than my old first iPhone 4 with a multi-piece OtterBox. That is how big this phone is. This thing is massive. And this is without a case. This is a giant brick. They were saying, let's see, only a tiny bit wider and taller than my own Pixel 2. No, this isn't infinitely larger. I mean, the Pixel is slightly larger than the Nexus 5X. This is the Nexus 5X. You can kind of see for scale, that is the same type of charging port. Let me pull that up for scale. Where's that at? Okay, for scale, this is the same type of charging port. It's like 5 times thicker than this Nexus phone. And I've never been a fan that I don't necessarily want the thinnest phones of all, but this thing's huge. So yeah, the Libra 5 phones are coming, so you can all tell me how wrong I was. And you can tell me when you make a phone call from your Libra 5 phone. All right. Hopefully the project takes off. I'm not totally dumping on it. I would love to see it work. I'm really leery of it at this point in time. All right. Amazon is now set to launch a new battery-powered Echo exclusively for India. So I could say that. That would be really bad, though. Let's not say that one. Let's just go, hey, Alexa, order unicorn meat. Confirmed, because we have to. So I include this because this is a little frightening that now we're getting battery-powered Alexa devices. So this means that somebody could, in theory, turn on a battery-powered Alexa device and set it, some hidden spot, and Alexa's listening to you, recording everything without you knowing. So you got to just get into a room if you're unsure. You just say, hey, Alexa, what time is it? And if the cabinet next to you says, the time, Dave, is 7:00 p.m., and you can say, open the door, Hal. You'll say, this conversation can serve no purpose anymore. Then you need to run away from the shelf, because it means that you do have a HAL 9000 operating on battery power, aka an Amazon Alexa, inside of there. So just be aware that battery-powered Amazon devices are coming. No, they're coming. It's the Amazon invasion. All right, this is a fun one here. BMW, when BMW had they just released a car with an infotainment system that came with a mandatory $80 a year infotainment system based on CarPlay, which I guess is a device that you control with your Android or your iPhone. So this is great. The infotainment system is controlled by my phone app. Insane. Yeah, let's just run away. Now, this caused a little bit of criticism, so now they're saying that the CarPlay is going to be included for free now. You don't have to pay for it anymore. And I don't want any infotainment device that relies on an Android or an iPhone app to use. This is the crazy world we're getting to. Oh, I need to have my car with my Android app ready connected. No, please let my car just be a car. I'm happy with that. I'm not really looking forward to needing a new car. Maybe I'll go back and get something from 1986 again that I can repair and, rebuild the body piece by piece. I don't know. So Quint says CarPlay is for iPhones only. I really thought that they had something in here about Android as well. I did read it, and I did read kind of 50-50 one way or the other. There was one line in the article that did say that. I guess they have Android Auto as well as an option, I guess. So you have one or the other, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, it used to cost a mandatory $80 per year, or you don't have an infotainment system. Really? A car that I have to keep paying a subscription fee to keep using a basic function like a radio? Welcome to 2019, and 2020 is right around the corner, people. This is exciting stuff. Y'all excited? Because I have a spaceship up there. I'm leaving this planet. I'm going to leave all y'all guys to the rest of it. All right, a Sprint contractor accidentally left thousands of U.S. cell phone bills on the internet by mistake. Whoops. So this contractor was basically, what were they doing? They stored an unprotected cloud server of hundreds of phone bills of AT&T, Verizon, and T-Mobile subscribers. So how did a contractor for Sprint get all these bills for all these people? Storage bucket of more than 26,000 documents, vast majority of which were phone bills belonging to cell subscribers dating back to 2015. But the bucket was hosted on AWS, was not protected with a password. Oh, we have another S3 colander. That's right. This is not an S3 bucket. This is an S3 colander. It's not known how long the bucket was exposed. The bills contain names, addresses, and phone numbers, and many included call histories were collected as part of an offer to allow cell subscribers to switch to Sprint. So this raises fascinating questions. How did a Sprint contractor who are collecting people to target people to switch to Sprint get access to the cell phone records and bills of people? I'm going to keep reading this article and see, because I did not find this the first time. According to Sprint-branded documents found on the server, the documents explained how the cell giant would pay for the subscribers' early termination fee to break their current cell service contract, a common sales tactic. In some cases, we found other sensitive documents, such as bank statements, a screenshot of a web page that had subscribers' online username, passwords, and account PINs, which in combination could allow access to a customer's account. The UK-based pen company, Fidus Information Security, found the exposed data. Wasn't immediately clear who owned the bucket, of course. Like, what's this bucket of Amazon or Verizon and AT&T and T-Mobile bills doing on this server? This is interesting. And they're all stamped with this Sprint watermark. What's going on here? So, of course, here's full bills. You'll recognize. Oh, that's exciting. After a bit of review of the cache, we found one document said simply test. Then we ran the file through a metadata checker, revealed the name of the person that created the document, an account executive at Deeroff Communications, the marketing agency tasked with the sprint. Oh, joy. All right, let's see. Did it actually tell us where these came from? Given the exposed information belonging to Big Four cell giants, we contacted each company. AT&T did not comment. T-Mobile did not respond to a request to comment. Verizon spokesperson said the company was currently reviewing the matter and would have details soon. Of course, TechCrunch is owned by Verizon. Let's see. Not known why the data was exposed. First, let's move beyond the why was the data exposed. Let's move with how'd you get this data? Yeah, despite Amazon releasing tools to help combat this, they said this scenario was slightly different to usual. It's tricky to identify the owner of the bucket. Thankfully, the security team at AWS were able to pass a report onto the owner within hours. Wow. Yeah. That's exciting. Well, maybe I should use that as my final one. But anyway, Microsoft has more plans for its consumer-focused account. So this is basically a renaming, rebranding, and addition of services for the home-based edition of the Office 365, which now they're turning it into M365 Life or Microsoft 365 Life. Because apparently they want to suck your life out now. We've given up all of our money. We've given up all of our funds. Now they just want to extract our life. Pull it all out, man. Pull it all out. Pull out life. All right. So with this, basically it's just going to be, according to the internal reports here, they're rebranding it Microsoft 365 Life, codenamed Atla. And it's going to contain the basic functions inside of Office 365 Home Edition or Office 365 Family Edition, but it's also going to include a password manager. So Microsoft can now have all of your passwords too, people. Isn't this exciting stuff? Isn't it so awesome that Microsoft is getting all of our passwords too? That's just so important indeed. And so, so that's their plan coming forward. So they're looking at releasing this in probably the end of Q1 or the beginning of Q2 in 2020. So keep a lookout for Microsoft 365 Life, which is basically going to be the Office, the home or the home or the personal Office 365, plus a password manager and a few other things inside of this. The prices is going to maintain the $100 a year or the for the family, which I think is set up to like 5 or something computers, or the personal for $70 a year. Guys, or you can just switch to Linux and use LibreOffice and a few of the other functions in Linux and not worry about this kind of stuff. That's my thought. Let me know your thoughts to all this in the comments down below.